Okay, welcome to the second class. Look, this is the difference between the PLC and PC. PLC can, I just repeat it, PLC can only handle to 2 or 3 software. First one is the OS software. It is given by the provider company. It is not generally available in your market. But some pirate markets are also, pirated version are also available. Okay, and then it needs some, if you want to go for SCADA means supervisory control and data acquisition. Okay, and this is animated version of your process. You can see, you can operate. Okay, and for the industry, the SCADA is known just like this: scan, control, hold, alarm, and data acquisition. Okay, this is not a formal word. Don't take it formally. This is just informally I told you. And that is the link software it is required for this PLC and this SCADA communication. Okay, but PLC, you have the almost lots of software in your laptop, or your mobile, or your computer is there. Next, second is what is the memory operating. Look, PLC only can, and PLC internal memory generally in a kilobyte format, maybe 24 kilobyte, 52, etc., or maybe higher, maybe 124, this like. But in your PC, memory handling capacity is at now it is terabyte at range. Okay, this is the KB range and this is your terabyte range. This is the difference. Okay, and I think this is four very important type of difference is there for your PLC and your PC. And next, this is not very technical point, but PLC can be the ambient temperature of the PLC is much higher than your PC, because PLC is installed in your industry. The industry is the place where all time the ambient temperature means surrounding temperature, its hazardous area and dust, etc. Okay, so sometimes PLC required some closed panel. Okay, but laboratory or normal cases it is open. Okay, but it can handle so many higher temperature, higher dust, etc. But if it is much, then it may damage. So sometimes its closed control panel is required, and it is generally installed in your HVAC system, under HVAC system. And your PC is just can handle it only 28 to 40 degrees centigrade, and above it your PC can may be damaged. So ambient temperature, a home temperature, room temperature is required. That is all about the difference. Okay, now we are going to the programming. Guys, have you any question regarding this PLC construction, etc.? You may ask me. Otherwise, I am going to the programming. That is your ladder logic programming. Okay. In your ladder logic, there is a two vertical columns is there. First, left hand side, it is called hot rail. Hot rail. This is, and the right hand side, this is called neutral rail. Okay, this hot rail is actually just analogous to your line. Line means your positive negative, or in your AC there is a positive negative, and this is your positive line and this is your neutral line. Okay, not negative, this is the neutral. So this is the two line is here. So if we need some communication, then we have to put some vertical line there. So that's why from positive to neutral there is a flow of current. So if I connect this line, this is called rung. This vertical line is called rung. Okay, so in a why this is called ladder logic, because there is some there is some inputs outputs are there, and this is that is looks like this. Okay, so you can see it is looks like a ladder. That's why this is called ladder logic. Okay, so just remember your line and neutral or positive to negative terminal. Say here you put some switch. Here you put some switch. Okay, and here you put a bulb. So what happens whenever this switch is open, then no current can flow from this hot rail to the neutral rail. But whenever you close this switch, a current easily can flow from this hot rail to the neutral rail. But now here you put a bulb, then this bulb will glow and it is coming to the neutral. So in this way, one rung is representing one logic, that is a switch. So whenever you switch it on, then it is on. Whenever you switch it off, or just open the switch, then your bulb will just dim. So this is in this way, various logics are put it over here. Now, before going to the logic, I think you became familiar with this basic concept of this ladder logic, how it is working. This is simple. From hot rail to neutral rail, there is a rung. This rung is operated by some input. So switch is your input, because only this this switch is you can operate it, and this is going to the input, consider as the input, and this is your output. It is not in your hand, else this is not operating. Whenever this is making means it is connected, then it will only glow. So this is your output part. Okay, in between the execution was done in your PLC. Now prior to going to the ladder logic, you have to know some symbols. Look, first symbol is ino, that is called ino. Look, two plates are there, looks like your capacitor, but it is called ino. And just like but this is crossed, this is called NC. NO means that is called normally open, and NC means normally closed. Just look, open. NC means normally closed. Okay. So what happens? Normally open means you see there is a gap. So if I put over here a normally open switch, what happens? And if I put a normally open, what happens? current is coming from this hot rail, but here this is the plate A, this is the terminal B. So from A to B there is a gap, so no current can be flow through this A to B. No current will be flow from A to B. So it is, if I put some bulb, or if I put some indicator, in this case, in PLC, we will say that it's an indicator, then bulb will not glowing because no current going to flow. But whenever I make it close, if I make it close, yes, yes, tell me. Whenever I make it close, you may do this in this way or in this way, whatever may be. Maybe generally we are doing from left hand side to right hand side. Okay. Whenever I make it close, this is called NC. This is called NC. Okay, NC. Or you may say generally it is given in this side. Okay, this way. If it close, then current can flow from A to B, and then it is going to the this indicator, then indicator can be glow and it will be passing away. So you can realize which one is NO switch, which one is the NC switch, and what is the formation. Now how it is operating, so we have to know the construction of a relay, electromagnetic relay. Say in your electromagnetic relay, one two terminals there, one is given the positive and this is negative. Here is a coil. Within this coil there is a plunger. Here some spring material is there. Spring material, this spring material may be here, maybe here also, and here a lever formation is there. Sorry, we can give this spring not over here. Okay, you may put this. This is fulcrum position. Okay, and here is the common. Look, what is the action? Whenever you apply some DC 6 type of voltage, say maybe 6 volt, maybe 12 volt, why this voltage is maybe 24 volt, or 48 volt. Why this voltage is different? Voltage is different due to the action, because whenever you put some voltage, it is current is flowing through this coil, then coil became energized. This capacity of pulling this plunger is depend on this voltage. Okay, if this plunger and this spring constant is very much high, then we need much higher voltage. If this constant spring constant is very less, means small spring is there, then we have to apply some small range voltage. Whenever this whenever this current is flowing through this coil, then it will create some flux. It will create some flux. This flux actually plunger is, I am drawing this over here. Plunger is situated over here. Okay, plunger is situated over here. This is spring, and first time whenever at the neutral case, whenever at the neutral case, spring coil is there, coil is there. But whenever you put some DC voltage, whenever put some DC voltage, current is going starting to flow, then flux is created. Then it will induce this plunger. This is a ferromagnetic type plunger. Then it is became a magnet, because it is in any coil, this is inducing this ferromagnetic material. What happens? Then this plunger is just coming into this coil. This plunger is coming into this coil. Okay. So if there is some spring, or if there is some lever is there, sometimes you may put lever is in this position, lever in this position. So what happens? It is just pulling this, and look, it is a plunger, it is a material, so it is also pulling this. It is also pulling this. Whenever it pulling this fulcrum, it will touch over here. But whenever you just release this, what happens? Plunger will going to the upper side. Whenever plunger is going to the upper side, so what happens? It will going to the downside. Whenever it is going to the upper side, because it is a lever. If you pull over here, it will going to touch NO position. Okay, normally, sorry, this is the NC position. Actually, I am just showing the basic area. That's why first time it is NO NC over here. I am just showing to the. So this is NO and this is the NC. Normally open, normally close. So normally close, it is connected. Okay, but whenever it is pushing over here, what happens? It is pushing over here, it is normally it was open, but whenever it is pushing due to sorry, this is pulling due to this induction, then what happens? It is a lever. So one if you pull some portion at a terminal, then other terminal became upper side. If you push some portion, any portion, then it became downward of the other side. In this way, it is operating. So it is a lever. You can realize this thing. Whenever I pull these things, then it is going to the upper side, upper position. Whenever I push this thing, then it will going to the lower side. Okay, downward side, because it is a lever. Uh, just like this lever. So in this way, relay is operating. But now what happens? NO is normally open and NC is normally closed, because in general time where no voltage is applied, no current is applied, at that moment this plunger, this terminal and the NC is touched. So if I give some position NC and switch NC as a switch, if I put some current, if say this is the common, this is the neutral, and the NC, then current is flowing through here. I am drawing here clearly. Say this is the common part. This is the common things. Okay, means I am touching one terminal of a battery. Okay, here also, and here it is the NC terminal. NC terminal, then it is a bulb or indicator is there. Look, when this is the NC, this is communicating because normally closed. Then current is flowing in this direction, so it is glowing. Okay, but NO is not there. NO is detaching from one side. But if I attach some power to the NO terminal, say attach some NO terminal, and now this is the indicator and this is the common. I just touch it. So whenever it is relay is operating, then NO and this common position, it is just as getting communicated. Okay, it is touch. So what happens then? This bulb, say bulb B will be glow. Here bulb A is glowing and here bulb B is glowing. So I am going to draw these things. This is common relay. This is NO and this is NC. Look, this is the circuit A, this is the circuit B. So tell me when relay is make, which bulb will glow, and when relay is break, which bulb will glow? Guys, please tell me the answer. When relay is make, which bulb will glow, and when relay is break, which bulb will glow? You see this connection? Look, when relay is make means in previous state it was open and the present state it was closed. So make means it is previous state 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1 means it is communicated. So then only circuit A will glow and it is already open circuit. And when break, in break case, NC is normally closed. It is always closed. So NC is normal time when no current will operating to this relay, then it is communicated and this portion is non-communicated. So circuit B will be glow. Okay, this is the normal concept of NONC, and this is the output. Output is generally given by a coil. Actually output is a coil. Look, in your relay, whenever, say this is the 5-volt relay and this is producing the 5 volt, so this coil will be energized and this is called relay make and relay break. And this type of coil is put over here, and this is whenever it is getting current and glowing, that's why this is called relay is energized, and or you can say your coil is energized, or your coil, whenever this is no current is there, then it will say de-energized. Your coil will be de-energized. So you can see in your PLC there is only three things are there. First, input is NO and NC, and output, every type of output, it is given by this coil, relay coil, in this way, or somewhere it is given in this way. It may be motor, it may be fan, it may be a relay coil, it may be a indicator, whatever may be, but PLC can understand only three things. One is NO, second one is NC, and third one is relay coil, nothing else. But for our convenience, we are putting some command, that is input, that is input one module one, that is output, or that is maybe somewhere some tag is permissible, means some higher range of PLC, there you can put some alphanumerical command So this is the motor 1, motor 2, drives 1, etc. But in your small case of PLC, there is no command is there, only your module number is there. How could we put some module number? Because say this is your output. So output is denoted by generally Q, not O, because uh, O is seems just like a zero. That's why we are not using in O as the output. So Q, and which module? So first name is module. Q, say this is 2 module. But in your PLC, there is a starting number is 0, always 0, because bits is starting with 0. So for the first module, it is denoted as the module 0. So output module 0. Then which number of output within this? Say there is a seven inputs, 0 to 7 inputs, outputs are there. So we are putting first 0, 1, 2, 3. Say your third number is there. So third number means there is a 2, because 0 is 1 is as a 2, and 2 is treated as a 3, because it is started with the 0. So output module 0 is first module, and the number of 2 output is here. So we are tagging over here Q0 dot 2. Somewhere some PLC it is started with percentage, some PLC it is started with X, etc. But Q is denoted for the output and I is denoted as the input. Okay. Say we have to tag this. If this is module number, this is module number 3. Input module 3 means this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are putting this is this is I2, then this is colon, and say this is the 5 number input is there. So it is called 0, 1, 2, 3. This is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is treated as 4. So I2, input module 2, and this is 4. So it is coming in this way. So in this way we are going to indicate this input and the output. Now we are going for the purely ladder logic. So you know what is the hot rail, what is the neutral rail. Say our room connection. This is your switch. Or first we are going to the computer starting switch. Okay, this is NC. This is run. So you can see this is hot rail. This is neutral rail. This is input switch, input on switch. This is input off switch, and this is your indicator. So what happens whenever I on this, means maybe push button, maybe another way, maybe remote, I push it or on it, then what happens? A current will flow, from this side to this side. This is NO switch, this is the NC switch. So whenever I on this, then current is starting to flow from here, and it is coming to here. Then it will going to glow, and this is going on. Okay, so it is starting. But whenever I push this button or I operate this NC switch, what happens? Whenever I push this button, what happens? This is from NC, it's became NO, means no current will flow. Maybe this is current will flow from here in, because it is already operated. But it is operated, whenever it is operated, it don't allow to flow any current. So this is don't allow to flow any current. So light will be just dimmed. It is not glowing. it is not glowing. So in this way, switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off. But in our computer, say if you are our computer, there is a start button is there. Once you push your start button, then your computer is going to on. But how it is possible? Because in your fan switch or other switch, whenever push button is there, once you push your button and then you release it, then it is become automatically open circuited. Okay, but how it is possible to throughout this running time it is uh, producing some supply? Because there is a latching is there. Now what is latching? So this is NO1, or you can see this is push button 1. That is PB1, push button 1. That is stop button 1, stop button 1. That is relay 1. Okay, but in here there is another path which can supply throughout this programming time. That is called the same name is there, relay 1. This name and this name should be equal. Then what happens? Another relay is working. Whenever it's just energized, then this relay also energized. This NO is energized means it is going to close from NO normally open to the normally closed states. So once it is closed, then a current will flowing parallel way in this parallel path to this relay, and relay is again in going to the continuous glowing mode. In this way it is supply is provided, and at that moment uh, if you release this push button, or the stop button is not there, maybe stop buttons is not required over here. Whenever I So first time it is supply is providing this here. Once supply is providing to this is relay 1, then relay 1 will be energized. One relay 1 is energized, the same name nomenclature is there for this input. Look, this is the output and this is the input. But this input is energized on depending on this relay. Once relay is energized, then a current will be flowing through this path, and once a parallel path is making, then it is continuous providing this current. Now no need of this push button 1. You now once you push, then you release it, then what happens? Current is flowing through this parallel path. This path is no more required. So this path is no more required. And so whenever you release this path, again it is flow, your system is going to into getting supply and it is running mode. This type of action is called latching. Okay, so till until you apply some NC button and stop this to break this path, that is continuing into flow. Okay, so this path is called the latching path. Guys, I think you can get this point, because in your computer or in your push button, once you push, and say in your power supply unit, it UPS, or in your computer desktop computer, there is some power button. Power button is symbolized just like a half one round, and within this there is a this type of uh, straight line is there. Once you push and just release, then your system is going to run. Okay, so this is done only by the latching system. Guys, have you any question? Then you may ask me. Otherwise, next class will be started and I will close this class. This is the first very easy step for the PLC ladder logic programming. First is latching and on off your or indicator. Then we will introduce so many things, just like timer, counter, etc. And these 4 or 5 components are basic components are there to make a complex ladder logic. Then throughout this program, a total system is running on. Okay, guys, have you any question? You may ask me, otherwise I'm going to stop here. Yes, yes, tell me. Please.
सर ये लास्ट मॉड्यूल चल रहा है।
नहीं, लास्ट मॉड्यूल नहीं है। हम ऑटोमेशन का सबसे पहले पीएलसी को कवर करना चाहते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि पीएलसी लैडर लॉजिक ये तुम लोग जब सीख जाओगे कोई भी प्रोग्रामिंग कर पाओगे, और ये वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसीलिए पहले टाइम रहते हुए हम लोग इसको कवर करते हैं। ठीक है, उसके बाद बाकी सब करेंगे।